Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of Father and Fun. I'm Espresso Steampunk.
And I'm Shecky.
And today we're going to be going through Outlast, which is kind of a survival horror game. And we're going to start it up now, and we'll see what Dad thinks. So I recorded this myself, obviously. And we'll just kind of go through it. I figured since Halloween is coming up, we'll start with something scary. And Conan O'Brien thought this game was scary, so I figured you might as well.
Is it going to be too scary for me?
I would hope not. I'm the one that had to play through it, though I did jump a couple times.
Spooky already.
Well. So it's usually a bad sign when the easiest difficulty is called normal. Usually means it's pretty challenging.
What makes it normal or hard or...
That's a darn good question. I don't even know. I probably should have done some research, but I'm guessing it has to do mostly with how much health the character has and how many like item pickups there are.
You sure that normal isn't paranormal?
Oh, okay, so here's the whole setup. So you're Miles Upshur, an investigative reporter who's about to...
Typecasting.
Yeah, exactly. So he's basically going to Mount Massive Asylum.
No, I don't know if I'm going to mount anything here. You know, what can I tell you?
Well, luckily, I'm the one playing it.
Oh, okay.
Stay alive as long as you can. So you're not a fighter, right? All you can do is run and hide.
Sounds like me.
Yeah, so it's very realistic in that regard, though, as you'll see later on, our investigative reporter does have really good upper body strength, even though he doesn't use it for punching. So there's subtitles on, I don't know if you can even read them, but...
Yeah.
It's just background stuff. So basically this journalist, this reporter, decides he'll just drive up on this, like, abandoned insane asylum thing, and I don't know, for some reason he thought it'd be great to arrive at night. I would probably start during the day if I got a tip that evil was going down.
At night and by himself.
Yeah. Totally alone.
Not a rocket scientist.
Doesn't even... He's got his video camera. Doesn't have a cell phone. So yeah, throughout the game you kind of pick up documents and you write notes. I mean, the character writes notes, then the player can read them, but... I'm trying to... Basically, as I was playing through, I left these up long enough for me to skim read them. So whoever's watching this can read along, and if you were interested, you could as well. But
cool.
yeah, it's just the background. So this is like, you know, as with most games nowadays, it's the tutorial level. But,
It looks like one of my old press passes.
Nice. Yeah, I'm not sure when this game is supposed to take place. I mean, I think it came out in 2014, but... I'll pause it. Okay, so we're recording again. We're off the phone. I'm going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, go. So I think this came out in like 2014. I'm not sure when it's supposed to take place, though. Mm-hmm. Obviously, he has a DV camera. If there are references to a cell phone, you know, it's not in-game. But yeah, as with most games nowadays, it's the tutorial, and they're just kind of... I was trying to go in that office, and you can, but the door is really narrow. I was just poking around. There are a couple of points where I sort of start exploring everything, but the game I've found out doesn't have a lot in the way of secrets. Just batteries for your camera are strewn about, so I'm going to probably edit out a lot of backtracking and some of the sneaking around I do and whatnot. So when you're looking through your camera, you record those events. That's what the little scribble pencil sound means. And then you can just kind of read stuff as it develops.
Now, do we know why he's here or anything?
I think one of the documents and stuff that we got early on explained it, but that
Okay.
would have required reading it. Basically, he got a tip that shit's going down. And there is, in fact, a downloadable expansion called The Whistleblower, which I think is like the prequel. You play like someone inside the asylum who ends up contacting this guy.
So he wants to be like Woodward and Bernstein from Watergate. He wants to blow the lid off this
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, he's about to bite off more than he can chew, but good for him for whatever. And also, he has no qualms with breaking and entering, which I... Well, I guess not breaking, but certainly trespassing and entering.
Yeah, even with a press pass, it doesn't get you very far if you're on private property.
Someone catches you. How'd you get in here? Oh, don't worry about it. I'm with the press. Oh,
Yeah.
let us know who sent you so we can sue them.
Uh-huh.
So that's locked. The front door never works in horror games. And right now I'm like, what's up with these weird vehicles? I don't
It's like
know.
a Desert Storm vehicle. or
Yeah,
something
it's
that.
like paramilitary, some Humvee kind of thing.
Right there, that would be a tip-off that there might be something in there that
Yeah.
got through that gate. That
Yeah, it's not like a raccoon did that.
Exactly. I can't see Barkley doing that.
Yeah. No, I think Barkley wouldn't have left the car or whatever, unless he had to go to the bathroom.
Or unless there was food involved.
Oh, that's true too.
Conveniently located scaffolding with a ladder.
Yeah, well, the game has to progress somehow. And that's one of the reasons our protagonist has to have no, he has to have a death wish, basically.
And jump over the hole.
Yeah. Because a normal person would be like, nope, I'm out of here. Coming back in the morning. It's not like the building was going to be demolished, so there's not really any time limit.
But you know, if the place is deserted, what are all the lights doing on?
Yeah, maybe it's not deserted. I don't know. I may have added that part in. But it certainly has a reputation for being run down.
Yeah, that it does.
I'm guessing it's privately run and not like state sanctioned. So here's the main thing, is to see in the dark you have to go through your camera and use night vision, and when that happens it drains the battery, which is up in the right corner there. And you can see I have 2 batteries out of 10, so a lot of the game is praying that you can find batteries. And this is also something I had to get used to. You hold enter to open the door, but you have to either move forward or backwards to open the door, and so oftentimes I'll grab the doorknob and just go the wrong way because doesn't clearly indicate which way to open the door, and that is, I'm not going to say it's annoying, it's a neat touch, but it makes me look like a fool sometimes. And that's the first scare of the game.
Television work.
Yes.
That's the first scare.
Well, I mean, they're not getting a signal, but
I know. I'm just fun and
it would be great if, like, pay-per-view came up or something. So it's funny, while I was recording this footage, I was just streaming it on my Twitch channel, and people kept coming into the channel. Like, I had, like, 7 people, 7 complete strangers come in, and they would leave almost immediately because they wanted a scare cam, like a webcam on my face to see my reactions while I got terrified. And I wasn't doing that because I'm doing this project with you instead. So, basically, it's just interesting that scary games are popular for this kind of entertainment, so long as the viewer can see the player getting scared. So this is Billy, and I think all the characters you read about are people that you come across in your journeys, and basically they all want to kill you.
story of my life.
So there's a psychiatric project, Wall Rider, and you can see the name Wall Rider a lot too, and that's kind of one of the central mysteries is who or what that word is. Character gets freaked out a lot. I think rightfully so, and it certainly adds to the tension. You'll notice there's not a lot of music per se. It's more like musical stings or chords or whatever. You can't order a Coke.
And cool sound effects.
Yeah, it's they put a lot of thought into the sound design, though of course a lot of games have done that before as well. You know, lots of scary games. It's pretty typical now. You know there's not going to be like some pulse-pounding dance music. You can kind of see me getting paranoid, checking behind me as I go and whatnot. Not that there's much you could do about it. Yeah, that made me jump out of my seat the first time.
Yeah, I just got goosebumps.
Nice.
It just hit me.
Yeah. And what it was is not immediately clear. And that's why I wanted to get this video done before Halloween.
They killed us. You got out. The variants. You can't fight them. You have to hide. You can unlock the main doors from security control. You have to get the fuck out of this terrible place.
You can't fight them because they have absolutely no respect for library books.
This is true. We're trying to run a civilization here. So now I'm also getting freaked out because my battery is running low and I have to change it out. Every time I have to open a door now, I'm afraid something's going to jump out at me. And that's one of the things about, you know, the game, when you don't have a gun or a crowbar or anything, so you're like, shoot, things can just jump out, and, you know, all you do is run, so you kind of I'm always walking around with like a backup plan or a strategy, and it's never quite works out. And this, yeah, kind of knew that wasn't going to work out. And that's the game. It's over. It's a really quick game. Just kidding.
And who are you, then?
Sounded like Peter Lorre.
That would have been awesome.
I see. Merciful God, you have sent me an apostle. Guard your life, son.
So that's the end of episode 1. And the end of our prologue/introduction.
Well, you got me hooked.
Oh, good. Well, if you've got nothing else to add, we'll proceed to episode 2.
Let's move on.
All right.